Lanie, what is your topic?
Why the dependency of technology in our education should not be increased.
Excellent, proceed.
What would your life be like if you didn't have an iPad sitting in front of you right now? How different would your life be? Think back to the days where instead of sitting on the couch watching TV, you were doing something productive. Or even think back to the days where you would have a face-to-face conversation with someone, instead now you pull out a phone to let them know something. Or even think back to the days where we had chalkboards and hard-covered books, but instead now we have smart boards and iPads. Our education has changed dramatically, and I believe that the dependency of technology involved in our education should not be increased. And by this, I mean the technology we have right now is good and beneficial. According to the National Center of Education statistics in 2010, 97% of teachers had one or more computers in their classroom. Internet access was available for 93% of computers, and the ratio of students to computers was 5.3 to 1. The technology we have now is beneficial, and if we learn to use it correctly and respectively, we're not going to do anything but benefit from this. Although the technology has caused us to have loss of skills in concentration, communication, handwriting skills, it's even worse in our eyesight. Our parents, our grandparents, and even our teachers were raised in a traditional way of schooling. Traditional schooling has many, many benefits. You can receive a face-to-face interaction with your teachers that you could just walk up to their desk and ask them a question anytime you want. But if you were to email your teachers, it may take them a couple hours or even a couple days for them to reply to you. And the internet's very inconsistent, and it's not easily preventable for it to crash, and we all know it can happen. If the internet were to crash, we won't be able to submit assignments, research things, or even contact our teachers. Traditional schooling also gives us a sort of comfort level that we can just raise our hand to ask a teacher a question, and they'll be there more than willing to help us out. It also gives us a sort of structure that we'd have in the workforce. We have school bells that we have to make every day, and in the job force, you have to make meetings on time or else you'll probably get fired. Some skills that we really need to pay attention to are our concentration skills. Our concentration has been diminished, and a student's eye contact is not as equipped anymore. And if you were to ask a student, which would you rather look at, an iPad or a chalkboard, most would say an iPad. And research April 2nd, 2015, Statistic Brain Research Institute stated that in 2015, our attention span was 8.25 seconds, and a goldfish's was 9 seconds. If we can't pay attention, how are we going to communicate in a healthy way? Communication skills are huge in life. They are required for us to be active and to participate in class. And according to Radicai Group Incorporation in March of 2015, the average email sent per day is 205 billion. And that's an easy way to communicate with one another, but it's not as beneficial as a face-to-face communication. Handwriting is also a topic that needs addressing. Everyone knows that their handwriting is kind of terrible. And according to CNN in 2012, some people can't even tell that they have worse handwriting. And the article continued by saying that 33% of people cannot even read their own handwriting. What's next for our handwriting? Our children eventually are going to be taking typewriting and touchscreen classes rather than handwriting and cursive classes, and touchscreen is going to be a substitute for our pens and pencils. For us, staring at a screen all day is not a big deal, but we do it in every single class. You have to know that we have a smartboard in every single class. And according to All About Vision, April 2014, many pediatric eye doctors believe that heavy computer use among children puts them at early risk for myopia. Myopia is being nearsighted, which means your far sight is blurry and your close-up vision is clear. I know that I have this because when I was younger, I'd sit probably 2 inches away from the TV and just watch TV. And if our eyesight is like this, we usually worsen our eyesight by old age, but nowadays we worsen our eyesight by staring at a screen all the time. And we have the will to stop this, yet we choose not to because we're obsessed. I believe that we need an even balance between technology and education, because what we have now is very beneficial, and in our future is going to be full of many exciting technological things that if we use them correctly, we're not going to do anything but benefit. And the people that invented these amazing pieces of technology, they were raised with chalkboards and hard-covered books, and if they don't need the technology, we don't need the technology. Don't get me wrong, technology has its many, many benefits. We can use technology to research things, we can use technology to contact people, but we just have to use them in the correct way. The loss of skills in concentration, communication, and handwriting is leading us down a road that is not very bright, and it's going downhill fast. We need to learn how to use these correctly, and not to mention the eyesight problem. The dependency of technology in our education should not be increased because of all of these reasons, and if we keep this up, who knows what will happen in our future.
Thank you.